Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another toy review. I'm George, the 80s Transformer fan, and in front of me I got a special review. It's Shattered Glass versus Shattered Glass, the Hasbro original masterpiece Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, and what may be considered the original KO, because this thing was released before Hasbro even ever announced this guy. And before I get started, I want to give you guys a little bit of history in my obsession with Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. Back in 2008, I'm going to my first ever BotCon, and it's in Cincinnati, Ohio. And these guys have a box set like they always do. And in that box set is the classics version of Optimus Prime, but they did a Shattered Glass version. Take a look at the box while I'm talking. And I really wanted to go to a BotCon. I had never been to one, and then I saw the Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, and I was sold on the box set. Even though most of their box sets are just repaints of existing toy lines that Hasbro has at the time. Here is inside the packaging. But I really love the purple deco of the Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. I was reading a comic book from Transformers Fan Club or whatever. They were giving out a comic book to go along with the little exclusive figures, and they had a Shattered Glass universe where if you watch it, you probably already know the Autobots were evil. Most of the Autobots, they had some guys still good, some guys still bad. The Autobots were evil and the Decepticons were the good guys. And anyway, I decided I'm going to go to BotCon. I live in Michigan, and Cincinnati wasn't that far, and I was going to drive down there. So I ordered a box set. Long story short, after I ordered the box set, they tell me that they no longer have any box sets available. They waited till I purchased my package, paid for the hotel. So then I got left wanting a Shattered Glass box set. There's a little bit more to it than that, but I'm just going to blow through it real quick. And I became obsessed with Shattered Glass Optimus. So I decided to go to the con anyway after I paid for my package and all that, paid for the hotel. I take the whole family down there, and I was like, I'm going to buy Shattered Glass, the box set, at the BotCon. But they had it so marked up, I never got it. And I always wanted a Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. So one day I'm looking on TF Direct, and I hate giving those guys a plug because I'm going to tell you in this review, because they hit and miss with their items. A lot of people complain about these guys at TF Direct. But I saw this as a pre-order when I was trying to get my oversized Reximus Prime. Get this guy out of the box. Long before I ever saw the Hasbro version, they had this like 2-3 years ago as a pre-order. And I thought it was just a wonderful idea. I've always liked the idea of a Shattered Glass Optimus, where instead of just painting the figure black and making them evil, which I kind of have a few problems with, you know, if the figure's dark, is evil, you know, sort of like Scar on the Lion King, the Maleficent. Like you just put a black wash on something and now it's evil. So I've always preferred the little purple, the Decepticon purple Optimus Prime over the what everybody loved, the Nemesis Prime. I think this is a much better idea for a few reasons, like I stated. But I fell in love with the Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, mostly because I couldn't get it at BotCon. And anyway, if you go to a con, to me, the cons are like championships. Like you go to a con, it's like the championship of collecting. It's like you've made it in collecting when you go to a con. You remember every figure you snag at a con. And so I didn't get my box set that year. But I wound up going to the BotCon the following year, still chasing my dreams, and I went to the BotCon the year after that. These are like my championship rings from going to the Toy Collector Championship. If you understand what I'm saying, if you feel me, hardcore collectors are feeling me. And I made it to a couple of TF cons. And again, these are the championship rings if you go to the major cons, the major ones, not your little local Knights of Columbus, but like the major cons. Anyway, I was chasing Shattered Glass forever. TF Direct had this guy up. So I ordered, no, when he first came out, I missed it. It sold out immediately. And I didn't get one. I really had like a huge obsession with Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. after that. But then it came back around, they restocked it, and I got them. And I got this guy knowing the history of TF Direct. And when I got him, I opened up the box, I checked it out. I saw a guy who did a review, and he was missing this piece in here that turns into the bumper in truck mode, and it's very loose. And I opened it up, I saw this was here, and I was like, cool, I have everything. And I set up to do a toy review on these guys, maybe like a month later, and then I noticed I didn't have mirrors. Not the worst problem to have in the world, but still, you know, you pay like, I think he was like $124. It's like I didn't have mirrors. So I contacted TF Direct, and those guys over there told me they were contacting the manufacturer and they'd get back with me. And long story short, I contacted them several times. It's been over a year and I still don't have my mirrors. And you might think that, who cares, the mirror is simple, but I ordered a Optimus Prime from them, and the guy was missing the arms, literally missing both of his arms. I have the toy review up now if you want to check it out, or you probably seen it if you're a subscriber. But he was missing the arms, and you would think that, given the history with them, I'm sure they logged this stuff and recorded. Given my history with them, they would have made sure I got my mirrors, took it off another toy or something, and sent me out my mirrors. But I never got my mirrors, and I learned my lesson. If you don't pay with your PayPal card, do not use TF Direct, because a lot of people have problems, and people always say that they're just a supplier, but it's their business. They're the face of these companies, and they should take care of you, or make sure you're taken care of. But anyway, that's my short story. We're going to break through with the review. He came in a brown mailer box. He came with the yellow energy axe. He came with the black gun with the gold trim with the little gray highlights on it, the gray plastic. He also came with an alternate, what I like to call a Deceptibot logo, the Autobot logo. This a little bit lighter purple, I guess, so you can switch it out and it'll stand out a little bit more right here. And I believe this thing is like how you pop it out somehow, I think, I don't know. But that is the shattered glass Optimus Prime that I got off TF Direct. And of course, you know, if you know me, I like to unbox on camera. Here is, again, shattered glass Hasbro version. And I believe there's a bit of a bio up there. I'll try to get in on that if I can. So if you want to pause that and read that, I think I got a little bit of a glare on it. Yeah, that might work. Pause that, read that. Alright, of course it's the same standard MP10 body, and just want to take a look at the two side by side, bring them a little bit closer to the camera. And of course, immediately you can see there's two different purples going on with the chest and arms. But the biggest difference is they use gray over here and they use black over here, and I really think I like the black. There are a few more paint apps on the KO. And again, this one, I saw this one online years before they ever announced this thing. And it took like 2 years for it to like finally come out. But as you can see, he has the lime green windows over here. He has the black windows. The crack over here looks a lot better than the crack over here. This looks, it looks like a bad attempt. This actually looks like there's a hole in there. And if we look at the waist, he has the goldish amber bits here, and he has the green ones here. Which I don't know. I think the green goes better with the gray, but I think I like this a little bit better on my KO. He has some paint down here at the knees that isn't present over here, and he has some paint on his feet to give it a little bit more detail, a little bit more accent that isn't painted over there. And he has like a dual paint job here, gray with black. And this is just a straight silver paint. Turn them to the side. As you can see, the smokestacks are chromed over here, not chromed over here. A lot of people said they're happy that the smokestacks aren't chromed because they don't have to worry about them wearing away. And sometimes I get that, but I'm a chrome smokestack guy. Give me my chrome, I'll take it. The staircase has like little tiny ridge marks in there on this version, and there's no detailing on the KO. Coming around to the back, he has some purple paint down here, and there's no paint application here. Down on the feet, there's no paint application for the brake lights, and there's the slimy green with a little bit of it chipped off on this corner. And as we come to the side, which I didn't point out a second ago, he has the like spray painted tagged Autobot logo just chewed up on his arm that goes inside of the truck, and he has nothing over here. This is what I really like. This is how the BotCon Shattered Glass Optimus Prime had it on the side of the truck. And as far as I can see, oh wait, zoom in on his face. This Optimus Prime Shattered Glass has like a scar on his face, and there's none over here. They both have the red eyes. They both have a gold sort of tone. They're different on the forehead. And the head plastic is pretty close. It's not that far off. So that is pretty much that for the figures in robot mode. I'm going to get out the energy axis. Of course, this one is green to go with his green deco, and this one is gold. And I think I like the gold better, but I like the differences as well. There's nothing wrong with this one, but I think I like the gold a little bit better. Let me readjust my camera. And the KO has like the bent energy sparks, and the Hasbro version doesn't. I think this is how it was on the original Japanese version, but they look to be pretty much the same X other than that. Let's see if I know that most of the versions separate, but this one isn't separating, and I don't want to break it. If I can get, and this one separates. It's too bad I can't swap them. Maybe if I apply some heat I can get it out, but it's not that serious. Yeah, it's stuck. The official is stuck in there pretty good. So there are the axes. Let me move on to the gun. Okay, here are the guns. And I prefer the black over the gray. It's like, why did they have to just make it gray? And you kind of figure why, because they didn't use any other different color plastic, and it would have been blue, gray, or purple, or green. If I prefer the black, I prefer the little gold highlight. They both have like the blue handles. And check for the gimmick. The KO works pretty good. Felt a little sensitive. Works pretty good. Hasbro works a little bit better. And let's get the matrix out here. Yeah, here's the matrix I showed you just 1 second ago. I think this is the front. And I still have his in the chest when I was checking to make sure everything was there. I put it in there. Yeah. You know how this can be. Alright, I got it out. One thing about the KO, every time you open the chest, you got to work with it to get the gash out the middle. And here are the two matrices side by side. And I like what they did over here. I'm loving the blood red crystal. They're both die cast. Clearly this one is sculpted much better than this one. But I like the more chromed out effect on it. And it would make sense that it would go from being Autobot like blue to the red, like the blue eyes of the Autobot to the red eyes of the Decepticon would have been evil. So this one is casted better, but this one's painted better, and I think it looks a little bit better, in my opinion. Like the red makes it seem a little bit more evil. But like them both. Matrices. And on to the trailer. Oh wait, let me talk about his wipers actually move. I've got a KO before where one of them moved, and I was afraid to move the other one. I had the KO MPT&U, the Ultra Magnus version. But I think that's got his chest closed. I think that's a great touch that those actually move. Wish I had mirrors that move, but no mirrors. Put this guy back, and just to show you, no movement in there. It's one solid piece, part of the mold in there. Scoot these guys back, and it is, if you have MB10, seen MB10, this is the same trailer. It has the opening cockpit. He doesn't come with, neither one of these guys came with like a Evil Spike or Buster Witwicky at all. He has the working radar dish, the working arm. This is pretty much standard. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time with this because, again, it's just a repaint of MB10. We've all seen it. Okay, I had to stop in midway transforming this. You have to see this. His neck piece, or whatever piece it is that holds the head in place, it's glued over here. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a foggy clear like glue down in there. Turn it over. I'm trying to get it at a good angle where this piece that rotates is actually glued in place. I mean, I'm not kidding you. This is like right now doing the transformation, the truck mode. I went off camera, and if you can see it right in there, it's glue in there that keeps it from rotating. Like, why is it glued? Had no problem with this one, but the KO is glued. Okay, now I know why it's glued. It's actually broken. The peg is actually broken, and they just glued it, and they just shipped it to me. I mean, like, holy effing shh. It's like literally broken. This is TF Direct's work. This is what you get when you buy from TF Direct. It's actually broken. The head peg in there is broken. I mean, unfreaking believable. That's why they had it glued. They glued it and shipped it out anyway instead of throwing it away. It's actually broken. I didn't break it doing it. It's broken, and you saw it was actually glued, and you can still see the glue residue. Wow. TF Direct right here. Okay, I'm still transforming it, and the bumper fell off, and the pin just slid out. And I see the pin is still in this one, but this is just the quality right here. Man, I'll tell you right now, F these KOs. Like, wow. And I've had this in my possession over a year now. So I don't even know if I can really go off and try to get some money back. Like I said, I waited for the mirrors for like a year from these guys. I should have just immediately reviewed it. Wow. Like the bumper is off. I still have it, but it's off. Okay, so I finally got this piece of shite transformed. And I can see where that one guy's review, the pins are not in here tight at all to hold this bumper. You can see they're not tabbed down that great, but it just fell off. It took me a minute of hassling around with it to get it to stay. And maybe a little dab of glue in there will help it hold. But between the lack of mirrors, the broken head, and again, you can see where they glued it right in there. Not on that side, but on that side where the little peg is broken and they still ship this shit out. I mean, sorry, I don't mean to. Anyway, this is the shattered glass version. That I feel like the deco was better on this, and I actually bought this one first. And wow, like I'm so disappointed in this thing. Like I understand a lot of people are like, well, it's a KO, but man, this was like $125 KO, something like that. And maybe if it was $50, I wouldn't be as bummed out on it. It rolls pretty decent, and I say that because all 4 tires or all 6 tires are touching. Well, not this one sometimes, but it rolls decent. I don't know if it's better than my Ultra Magnus KO. Let me get this guy out. And this rolls a lot better. This feels a lot better. The real one. You can hear it squeak and struggling to roll that front tire. Hear that? So definitely Man, the KOs are truly KOs. And anyway, let's take a look at these guys side by side. They both have the green headlights. And again, the silver is pretty predominant on this one. The silver plastic, gray plastic. He has the silver striping down the side. This one actually has mirrors. They both have the green lights. They both have the shatter in the window we saw in robot mode. Sides of the truck. Flip the mirror out. For some reason, the window on this side is clear. I guess they're both clear. It's just dark behind it. Yeah, all his windows are clear. Okay, his windows are clear, and till all are gone on this one, looks like it was scribbled on there, and this one is a little too neat. So I like what they did on the KO, and I love the big giant splotchy Autobot symbol, sort of like a spray paint tag. You know, it's a lot neater than that. They both have the Autobot symbol on this side. Again, this one has chrome. No chrome over here. I like the chrome. I don't care what anybody says. I'll take the chrome every time. There are paint splotches back here from the gold. Looked like it was splattered back there. And I remember to transform the staircases on a lot of my MP10 reviews. I totally forgot it. His gas tanks, they go in but don't stay in too well on the sides. As far as the tabbing, this one is in there pretty good. Again, this is the original. This is Hasbro, not the KO version. So they have a KO version of this one as well with the exact same paint decoration. And come around to the tires and underbody. The tires on the KO are thicker, but these are like more defined. It's weird that the tires are thicker. I think I'm gonna get MP10U out here and compare it to another KO product. But if it wasn't for the head being broken, obviously it's still transformed, but over time that's going to become a problem, switching in and out of both modes. If the head wasn't broken, I could even live with the lack of mirrors, because again, these keep folding back and I forget to pop them out a lot. And I might even let the bumper slide, but with these three major issues and the paint, you know, there's always some type of paint problems even on original items, but it's inexcusable with those three things combined: the bumper, the broken head, and the fact that I'm missing the mirrors. Man, it's BS. And okay, real quick, I got up to get MP10U KO for a comparison, and this guy rolls like freaking crap. This plastic on here feels better than this one. I believe it's two different companies that made these guys. I wish I had a little bit more information, but I don't. But the construction of this one is better. Like, I didn't feel any securities, like anything was going to break or anything was messed up on this one. He had some loose joints when I reviewed it, but I thought this one, to me, this one is made better, built better. This one feels better, but doesn't actually translate. Alright, I'm bringing Hasbro's Toys R Us exclusive MP10. RIP Toys R Us. This is the second version ever made and the first American version. There are two releases now. And of course you would expect this to be far superior. I don't know if it rolls quite as good as this one. It might be my transformation, but this one feels a little bit better. But here they are side by side. Check the color schemes on these. And I thought I was gonna, other than the problems, I thought I was gonna really love the paint deco on this one. Pretty much what I do like from this, I like the gold. I like the giant twisted Autobot symbol, shattered Autobot symbol. I like the writing on Until All Are Gone. And because they didn't use chrome, I prefer the black on the gas tanks and the bumper. I think I would have liked it if this was silver still. Just my opinion. But the actual plastic on this is far superior. And it's darker than in person than you see it in the toy reviews. That I've seen the toy reviews and It looks kind of pale, but it looks pretty damn good in person. So does the blue with the metallic fleck in it. And over here it doesn't have any fleck whatsoever. Has a little bit in the purple. But this purple is a lot more dull. I thought I was gonna really like this a lot better. Not the quality, but just the paint job. But they're both pretty cool as far as the paint job. Okay, I got this guy hooked to his trailer. Rolls great. Man, you just gotta love Optimus Prime in any genre. Oh man, it rolls great. And of course, this one doesn't come with a trailer, but I'm gonna try to get them hitched to it. You can get there's a KO trailer available for this, or you can buy the whole set now. When I first bought this, it was just the cab, but you can buy the trailer set or just a trailer, or you can buy the version that looks exactly like this. This is a KO too. Again, not trying to get those bums any business over there. Just letting you know. I always suck at tabbing this in. Like, why didn't he just make a peg? And here he is with the trailer. And again, the squeak in his back. Okay, with these guys back in robot mode, we're going to take a look, one final look. And I didn't do articulation. If you know MB10, you know the articulation. But I want to go over articulation with the KO. Just because we might have some more stuff fall off. With his head. With his head, with the broken neck and everything right in here, which is unreal. His head 360s. If I don't break the other peg, he can look up. Again, if I don't break the peg, he can look down. But with these guys, they all look right into the top of their chest because they're robots, big clunky 80s design robots. And one of his antenna moves, and this one doesn't move at all. And I don't want to move it and break it. I put his energy axe on his hand, and like my Ultra Magnus. The arm joint is a little loose, so you can't hold it up. But I would just say I could fix that, but with all the goddamn problems on it that I have to try to fix, like I probably could fix the neck, put a piece of metal pin in there, and keep this from falling down. But again, I shouldn't have to do that. And the only real issue I thought I was going to deal with is the lack of the mirrors. But anyway, his arm 360s with the energy axe attached. The arms also extend to get a better range of motion depending on what you're doing with them, and also for the transformation. He has a bicep swivel, if that is a bicep in there. He has an elbow bend, bends that much. After that, his waist fully 360s. Man, this axe is pulling his arm down. Fully 360s. Get his leg up. Oh, wow, real tight at the hip. Get his leg up that far, he holds it very well right there. This joint feels a little light, you can hear it, but he's holding it well. His knee comes up that far. He 360s at the knee if you wanted to. He has the ankle rocker down here for his foot. It pivots front and back at the foot. So he has pretty much all the articulation. I wanted to go over that just in case something else broke or something, to let you know and see it. But this interject, man, this plastic is so damn hard. Like the MP10 UKO, Ultra Magnus white version, and his head is sagging in there. Man, it's such a bummer because I was really set to like this toy. And the smokestacks, just like my MP10 Ultra Magnus, only one of them moves. This side doesn't move, and I really don't want to break it. You know, it's supposed to go up and down. Up is robot mode, down is in truck mode, like it's actually functioning as a smokestack. And it's the same thing over here. This one works. Might be the same damn company. And this one doesn't work. And this one feels heavier than this one. The Ultra Magnus feels real light. It feels actually cheaper. But again, like I said, it's made better. I don't have all the issues I have with this guy. Okay, I put the guns in these guys' hands, see how well they hold it. They both hold it just fine. And one thing of note, when I was putting the gun in the official Hasbro's hand, the index finger fell off. I popped it right back on, but that's been an issue across the board on MP10s, KOs, or official. But this one, it didn't pop off at all. All right, this is the part where I give my final thoughts, and you probably already know. It's kind of funny. The shattered glass is meant to be like the beat up evil Optimus, and the KO is really beat up. And the mirrors, the broken neck piece is crazy. I mean, it comes right out. And you can see where they just glued it in there. But I think I can get a piece of metal in here and tab it in or hold it, which I shouldn't have to. I'm not cutting this thing a break, but I think I can take care of that. But this one is on sale. Actually, with the trailer and everything, I got this for $99 off of Big Bad, and this was 120 something off TF Direct. So this is the much better buy. I still like a lot of things they did with the deco and the color scheme on this one, but man, we'll never buy off TF Direct again unless they got some holy grail that only they carry. So the official Hasbro Shattered Glass right now on sale, 99 bucks, is much better than this one because you get the trailer. My son walked off with the trailer. You get the trailer with this version. I think that's the only difference, actually. You get a trailer. You don't get a roller or anything like that, but they both come with an energy axe and a gun. This one. So this has been George, the 80 Transformer fan. Disappointed with TF Direct again. And I'll see you soon. Okay, everybody, it's bonus review time, and I want to talk about the two official guys for a quick second and compare these guys, because in the regulatory review I kind of had him going against the KO. But the two official Hasbro releases, this thing, the Shattered Glass version, I should say, doesn't suffer from any mold degradation that I can see. He looks great. The paint job is excellent on this guy. It's a pretty solid figure and a nice pickup for 99 bucks. I think for this mold. I like what they did. Initially, I thought I wasn't really going to be too much in love with the color scheme. I thought the window should have been more green like the waist, but when I look at it now, I really like it. I like the green energy axe that I thought I wasn't going to love that much. But the gun, they could have did something with the gun. It didn't have to be the same gray that the figure is. I don't like it when they do that with any toy line, anybody. They could have took the smokestacks and chrome those out. They could have did like a smoky chrome. I'm always a fan of a chrome versus no chrome. And the purple paint job on this guy looks so much better in person than it did when I was watching toy reviews. And if you have it in hand, if you've seen it in person, you know what I mean. Trying to get the gun stay in his hand. The energy axe is a tough fit over his fist, and it's almost impossible to get on the other hand. I know you're supposed to be able to work it and get it on that hand, though it's designed to go on the right hand. But he's pretty solid. And when I put the matrix in his chest, like now I can't get it to close flush and stay. But you can tell when the matrix is in these guys' chest and the original. It's just like a hair knot closing up. I mean, if you smash it, you can kind of get it. But he's very comparable to the Toys R Us MP10. Exact same weight, feel, same quality in the plastic. And there is no letdown to this mold. It's just your preference. And I think if you have several MP10s like most of us, it's a pretty good pickup right now for 99 bucks at Big Bad Toy Store. Then I also want to talk about the mold itself, because there's rumors that we're going to get MP10 2.0 with the battle damage to sort of go with the current MP36 Megatron. He's supposed to have like the battle damage, swappable either head or face. And I'm not sure if it's like a total retool, but I know they're going to retool this thing, which is kind of messed up because if you're an MP10 mold fan, you're probably like me and you have a few of these guys, whether it's official or unofficial. You have this mold several times in your collection, and then they're going to like 2.0 the thing, and that kind of like pisses on the figures that we have. Like I say, even the officials, Hasbro has 6 different MP10 mold releases. They have the first Toys R Us back here. They have the second Toys R Us. They have the Asian exclusive Toys R Us, which is pretty much the same figure. I think the Asian exclusive came with the Matrix. Not the Matrix, it came with the Vector Sigma and the Key. Then they gave it a Year to Horse release, and they gave it a Shattered Glass release. So I guess that's 5 official Hasbro releases. And then Takara released it a dozen times with the Babe Ape and the Evangelico and a few different versions. So a lot of collectors have a lot of these, and I'm wondering, what do you feel about us getting possibly a completely new Optimus Prime mold, or a completely retooled, or mostly retooled, I should say, mold from these guys? And then it kind of I guess it's going to be more cartoon accurate as well. It would kind of like leave these guys in the dust. I have mixed feelings about it. I would love to see a little bit of an update, some battle damage from the fight with Megatron in the 1986 cartoon movie. But like I said, I have a lot of these guys, and these guys will become dinosaurs. And I think they should focus on the Dinobots if you want to do something. 2.0 Grimlock, he needs it. I bought him a few times, but he needs to be upscale. I'm not so sure how I feel about making it look like the cartoon Grimlock, but he needs to be upscale, and you can work on that. Get us some more Dinobots out. Get us Mirage and the rest of the Autobots out instead of retooling this guy. Anyway, finishing this bonus review, I'm going to get these 2 guys out of here, and I want to compare these 2 guys because they're both KOs. And this one feels a lot more hollow, and like it doesn't have the quality that this one has. And I told you about the issues of this guy, but I also went in and I did my best to fix, let me get it right, the neck. I put a pin in there. I think I showed you a picture. I put a pin in his neck to get that to stay. I went in and built up the friction joint in his arm. So now he holds the axe with no problem without drooping. You put it wherever you want to. That was pretty much an easy fix. And I went in, also one of the major issues, the pins kept falling out of the chest. I went in, and what I did, I put like a drop of glue on both ends, and now it opens just fine. Actually, it's like it sticks a little bit, which is kind of cool because I get this piece to lift with it. I might go back and do this little trick to all of mine so I don't have to put my pinky nail in there to get it out, because it lifts together now, and it will still lift separately. So I took care of the major problems, and with the head, the unexcusable problem, I scratched it going in there too, trying to put it in there. But now that's taken care of. Like I hope it doesn't break, but I got it on there pretty securely where I can lift it up by the head and it's not coming off. And I'm not excusing the manufacturer TF Direct by any means, but my only problem now is I still don't have mirrors. I will continue to try to contact TF Direct, and again, they're not really helping me out. They just sent me some emails back saying that they were waiting to hear back from the manufacturer. That's all I've heard for almost a year now. So TF Direct, they helped me out with the Grimlock arms, but not with this. So if you buy anything from those guys, pay with PayPal and open a dispute if you have any problem. Buy anything from them. But despite all the issues, this one feels more solid than this one. I don't know how to explain. This one feels a little bit more hollowed out and just a little bit lighter. Actually does. I don't have one of those little scales to actually weigh these guys, but not a lot, but you can feel the difference in these 2 guys. So I don't know if it's 2 different companies or what, but now that I've took care of those issues, I feel a little bit better about the guy. And now I could debate once again which one I like the most. This is a hard debate. I wish this guy had the lime green windows over here, or I don't know, it's like a yellowish green. It doesn't match his waist, and it doesn't match his waist. Actually, this guy's waist looks sort of like MP10's color, just done in the black. But I like it. I like both of the guys. I like the way they look. Love this guy in truck mode. I thought I wasn't gonna like his purple. Really like that purple. And like, ooh, I just can't recommend anybody go out and grab one of these. If you do, get it with PayPal. But I do recommend this guy for the 99 bucks. It's still $99 right now as I'm shooting this toy review. BigBadToyStore.com, and you get the trailer and everything. This guy was like 120, 114, 124, somewhere in that range on TF Direct. So I think this is definitely a better buy if you're looking to add another MP10 for the low. So it's not breaking the bank, even though $100 is not cheap. I think it's like $99 plus $4.95 standard shipping. So this has been it for my little bonus review. I'm George Age Transformers fan. Thank you for checking me out once again, and I'll see you soon.